The great cleanup battle morning. Mom stands in the middle of the living room, hands on her hips. She takes a deep breath, then gives a strong signal. Clean up! The whole family jumps. They look around at the piles of clutter. Dad takes the mop. Sister hugs a stack of clothes. Little brother drags a box of toys. Dad mops too hard. Water splashes onto the couch and the wall. Sister finishes folding. The stack tilts. Crash! Clothes spill everywhere. Little brother stuffs toys into the box. The box gets too full. Pop! Toys fly all over the floor. The family stands in the middle of the room, staring at the new chaos. Mom steps into the center, signals to start over. Everyone works in rhythm. The room gradually becomes tidy again. The living room is clean and bright. They look at one another, then burst out laughing. Echoes in the pipeline. In the sunny backyard, Bluey has just found a strange treasure. A long, long pipe leading somewhere.
Hey! Hey!
Bluey has an idea. She sends a secret message into the pipe. Bingo! Can you hear anything? Whoa! The echo makes the sound so strange. It sounds like a friendly monster or a singing robot. An ordinary plastic pipe has suddenly become a magic telephone. The world is so full of wonders. Sometimes, joy is as simple as an echo and a friend to listen with. Bluey and Bingo were having a lot of fun playing jump rope in the yard.
Huh?
The police rhino stopped to watch the game seriously. The police rhino decided to try jumping rope himself.
Oh! Yes, sir!
Aha!
The police rhino prepared very carefully before starting.
Let's go.
Jump rope wasn't easy for his large size.
Oh! Come on, let's try again.
The police rhino didn't give up and tried again. A sudden jump surprised everyone. The fun quickly turned into a hilarious moment. All three burst into laughter at the unexpected situation. Even a simple game could bring about such a fun moment. A long, rainy day, when outdoor plans have to be put on hold. But rain doesn't mean the fun is over. When the scenery changes, emotions change too. A little clumsiness makes a rainy day more enjoyable. When we're together, everywhere feels warm. A rainy day is a chance to slow down. When imagination speaks, rain becomes music. No need to go far, just be together. A rainy day can also become the most memorable day. Bluey is preparing to plant a new tree in the garden. Before planting, the soil needs to be carefully prepared. Bluey starts with the dry soil in the garden. Each corner of the garden has a different type of soil.
Woo!
Bingo also wants to help prepare the soil. Bluey mixes the soil thoroughly. A little water helps to soften the soil. The soil looks looser and more ready. Bluey checks if the soil is just right.
Aha!
The soil is ready for the new tree. Everything is ready. A healthy tree starts from carefully prepared soil. One quiet afternoon, Chili decided to make a small meal. Bluey and Bingo wanted to join in. Ha! Aha! Even small tasks require care. Everyone pitched in, and the kitchen became lively. Cooking is also a time to learn about safety. No need to be fancy, just do it with all your heart. A meal tastes better when made together. A simple meal, but full of love. One special morning, the family decided to try something new. Today is device-free day. No screens. Everything suddenly became quiet. At first, it seemed a little boring, but then a small idea appeared. When there are no devices, imagination begins to speak. It doesn't need to be right, just fun. Simple moments become memorable. When there are no distractions, we are closer. Sometimes, disconnecting from screens helps us connect with each other. Bluey decided to take a short trip to the forest. The trip began with some light preparations. The path into the forest revealed many new things. The forest offered a sense of peace and tranquility. Bingo and Bluey explored the forest. A break made the trip even more fulfilling. The forest trip continued with many interesting things. The trip to the forest brought simple and memorable joys. Big and small. Today, Bluey and Bingo are going to explore sizes. Can you guess what is big and what is small? Look, Bingo! This pea is so tiny. It's so small it can sit right on your nose. And here is a challenge for Daddy. Oh, it's so big! Look, it's big enough to hide Bingo completely. Small or big, it's all part of a grand adventure. Now, let's share this giant feast together. The simple fishing rod. Quiet. Lakeside/riverside. Dad arrives with a fancy fishing rod, tackle box, and folding chair. Son stands beside him, empty-handed, watching curiously. Dad casts the line confidently. The float sits on the water, perfectly still. Dad waits, checks his watch, sighs softly. The son looks around, finds a tree branch, ties a simple string to it, adds a tiny hook, drops it into the water, just for fun. Dad doesn't notice. The string suddenly tugs hard. The son's eyes widen. He pulls up the branch. A fish! The son freezes for a moment, then grins proudly. Dad turns around, looks at the fish, looks at his expensive fishing rod, looks at the stick. Dad bursts out laughing, shaking his head in disbelief. Dad pats the son's head proudly. They sit side by side, watching the water together. The fish swims calmly in a small bucket.
Bluey paper boat race. Huh? Bluey plays basketball.
Bandit's father has a noble mission to take a family photo to send to Nana. It sounds simple enough. First, begin the process of adjusting the camera angle.
Come on, let's go!
Ooh, yes!
But working with children is like trying to stack water balloons. Nothing stays still.
Huh?
Hey! Hey!
The blue heeler's concentration is legendary, unless a butterfly is flying by.
Oh!
It seems like the father is feeling quite helpless.
Oh!
What a happy family! Okay, it looks like everything will go smoothly. Bluey and Bingo have agreed to cooperate. They say photography is the art of arrangement, and sometimes art is a spectacular accident. Bluey and Bingo were preparing for a treasure hunt. But the weather had other plans. The treasure map started changing. The whole family decided to follow the new map. But the treasure didn't appear. Maybe they misunderstood.
Hey! Hey!
Huh?
The treasure was right where they started. Sometimes the treasure doesn't go anywhere. It's just that the map got wet.
The Talented Magician. Welcome to the Magnificent Magic Show by Magician Bluey.
Huh?
The audience is very anxious. a ball is flying out.
Wow!
Meanwhile, backstage, Bingo's assistant was preparing for the biggest performance yet.
Huh? Yeah!
Dad Bandit is ready. Can Bluey turn the empty hat into a miracle? A behind-the-scenes story is unfolding behind the hat. Ta-da! Not a rabbit, but a bingo. Dad seemed very surprised by the performance. He went closer to see if the bingo was real. Surprisingly, this performance was very convincing to the father. What a fantastic performance! Thank you to the audience for watching. See you at the next show.
A peaceful afternoon begins with a familiar game. Small puzzle pieces waiting to be placed in their correct positions. A fun competition begins.
3, 2, 1, go!
Not everyone finds the answer immediately. When faced with difficulties, help is always needed. Each person has their own pace.
Yippee! Ha!
When faced with difficulties, help is always needed.
Yeah!
The final result is always worth the effort. In family games, there's no need for winners or losers.
Huh?
When working together, every piece finds its place. Night camping. Late afternoon, still bright daylight. The family loads camping gear into the car. Tent, bags, flashlight. The kids bounce excitedly. Dad gives a confident thumbs up.
Let's go!
Mom smiles. Dad and Mom set up the tent. The kids help hold poles and pegs. The tent is finally finished. The sky turns dark. The forest becomes quiet. Leaves rustle in the wind. The kids press close to Mom and Dad. Dad swallows nervously. Mom looks around, uneasy. A small noise from the bushes. Everyone freezes. Dad switches on the flashlight. Its beam shakes. Just a bug. No danger. But nobody relaxes. The family looks at each other. Mom gently shakes her head. Dad nods very quickly. The kids immediately run back toward the car. The tent stands alone behind them.
Bluey and the self-flying toy airplane. A beautiful early morning. A toy airplane is flying indoors. Bluey and Bingo are going from outside into the house. The airplane flew around the house. Bluey talks to Bingo. The plane landed on the table in the living room. Bluey went closer to take a look, while Bingo started to sense that something was wrong. Bluey lifted the plane up and inspected it. But upon closer inspection, it was just an ordinary toy. Until Bluey put it down and something unexpected happened. The plane took off on its own. Bingo and Bluey tried to chase after it, and the plane started flying faster. It wasn't just flying, it seemed to be controlling itself.
Huh? Behind the house was a small, fascinating forest. Bluey began her exploration. A small path led Bluey deeper into the forest. Each tree trunk had a different shape. The small forest looked vibrant. The journey included small challenges. It was cooler inside the forest than outside. Bingo also wanted to explore with Bluey. There were many new things in the forest. The exploration gradually came to an end. Everyone reunited after the trip. A small forest can also offer a great adventure.
Bluey and Bingo play football.
One morning in the garden, the plants need care. When you get too excited, water can be wasted. And then a friend comes to help. directions sometimes need the right approach. Saving water starts with very small things. When you know how to adjust, everyone can contribute. A little creativity helps avoid waste. When you care for them properly, plants respond very quickly. Saving doesn't mean scarcity. When you know how to use water wisely, every drop becomes precious. One peaceful morning, Bluey accidentally discovers a mysterious map right in her yard. The map seems to lead to a treasure, and the adventure begins right in her familiar home. While tending the garden, Bingo discovers the first hidden treasure. On her quest for the treasure, Bluey meets new friends who are always ready to help. A safe journey always begins with taking good care of the car.
Hey!
The joy of sport sometimes leads to pleasant surprises. Treasure isn't in a faraway place, but where everyone works together.
Wow.
Bluey and Bingo embark on a new treasure hunt. According to the map, the treasure is right here. But the treasure hasn't appeared yet. The whole family starts to doubt the map. Bingo discovers a very small detail. The treasure was never buried in the ground. The treasure was hidden right in front of them. Sometimes, treasure is closer than we think. Today, the whole family decided to bake a cake. But things didn't go exactly as planned.
Oh!
Bandit tried to adjust the cake. Huh? The more he adjusted, the more misshapen it became.
Whoa.
The cake was put in the oven with high hopes, and then the cake started to take on a very strange shape. The cake wasn't pretty, but it was fun. Most importantly, it was the fun of making it together.
Let's compare heights with Bluey. Bluey excitedly runs to the familiar height measuring wall with Dad. She stands with her back perfectly straight against the wall, holding her breath for the big moment. Bluey excitedly runs to the familiar height measuring wall with Dad. Dad Bandit reminds Bluey not to stand on her tiptoes to get the most accurate measurement. Dad uses a book and a pencil to mark her new height on the wall. Bluey steps away and is surprised to see the new mark is clearly higher than the old one. She jumps for joy, knowing that she has truly grown taller than before. Dad picks her up to celebrate Bluey's wonderful growth together.
Fixing the bike in the yard afternoon. A bicycle is leaning against the wall. The back tire is flat, completely deflated. Dad bends down and squeezes the tire. He shakes his head and sighs. Dad grabs a hand pump and attaches it to the valve. Mom stands beside him, holding the bike frame firmly. Sister runs into the house. She brings out a wrench and a cleaning rag. Little brother bustles around, hands over the wrong tool, then quickly switches. The wheel spins hard. The bike suddenly tilts. Mom almost slips. Dad quickly grabs the bike. Woo! The wheel pops off the axle and rolls fast across the yard. Little brother runs after it. Sister runs too. The whole yard erupts in chaos. Dad puts the wheel back on. Dad pumps a few more times. Dad spins the wheel to test it. Mom pushes the bike to the center of the yard.
Wow!
Sister hops on and rides a lap. The bike rolls perfectly. Little brother claps and cheers. Mom and Dad laugh together.
Bluey and the balloon. Bluey is running from outside the house. She discovered something. It's a balloon. Bluey approached the balloon and picked it up. Wow! Bingo went outside and saw Bluey playing with balloons. Bluey tosses the balloon up into the air. The balloon was floating up when it was blown away by the wind. Both of them chased after the balloon. The balloon got stuck on the tree branch. Bluey and Bingo ran all the way there, very tired.
Huh? Bluey's dream. Bluey is sleeping in the room. Bluey woke up and couldn't find her teddy bear. Bluey got out of bed and ran to find her teddy bear. Bluey went into the kitchen and started searching. Bluey searched and searched, but couldn't find the teddy bear anywhere. Then Bluey went to the bathroom to continue searching. Bluey continued searching in the toilet and bathtub. Bluey was walking down the hallway when she saw toys scattered all over the floor. Bluey ran into the playroom and was surprised. Her teddy bear has grown enormous and is smashing things. Oh, it turned out to be a dream. Bluey came up with the idea of turning the backyard into a fun obstacle course. The materials for the obstacle course began to appear. The first obstacle was set up.
Huh?
The course needed more jumping challenges. Bingo also wanted to try his hand at the obstacle course. The tunnel made the challenge even more interesting. Bluey tried to navigate the entire course. The backyard had become a fun and active obstacle course. After breakfast, the dining table needs to be tidied up. When starting out with small tasks, everyone can be a little clumsy. Slowing down makes things easier to manage. Observing the correct way to do things helps make the job tidier. Working together makes things easier. Being careful in each small step helps avoid making more mess. Correcting mistakes helps the work continue smoothly. Clearly visible results bring a very pleasant feeling. Completing small tasks by hand helps children gain more confidence. Maintaining a tidy routine every day keeps the home warm and inviting. Forgot the kid. Morning at home. Mom grabs her keys and bag, checks the clock, running late. She gestures to the kid. School time! Mom walks out the door, carrying the child's backpack. Inside, the kid is still putting on shoes. The door closes. The kid looks up, frozen in place. The kid walks to the window and watches Mom's car drive away. He scratches his head, then shrugs and sits on the couch, calmly playing with a toy. Outside the school, Mom parks the car and turns to the back seat. Empty. Mom freezes. Mom looks at the backpack, looks at the empty seat, looks at her phone. Eyes widen. Panic. She quickly turns the car around. Mom rushes inside and swings the door open. The kid is on the couch, happily eating a snack/playing. They stare at each other for a second. Mom exhales in relief and hugs the kid tightly. The kid pats Mom's back like, "It's okay." Mom carries the kid outside, then double-checks the back seat before closing the door. A fresh morning is perfect for the whole family to do some light exercise. Warming up prepares the body for the activities that follow. Everyone has their own way of exercising, but they're all lovely. Gentle exercise makes the body feel more relaxed.
Oh,
No need to compare because everyone has their own pace. Breathing evenly helps to improve mood. Simple exercise is enough to bring positive energy. Drinking water after exercise is a very important habit. Moments of rest help the body recover better. Starting the day with light exercise helps the whole family stay healthy and happy.
the kite can fly. Welcome everyone to Bluey. What is Bluey's dad doing in the warehouse? Wow, that kite looks old. Bluey and Bingo are going down the stairs. Both were surprised to see the kite. Bluey wants a kite. The sky today is perfect for flying kites. Bluey and Bingo are heading to the kite flying spot. Bluey is running as fast as she can to make the kite fly. Oh no, the kite won't fly. Bingo is sitting there laughing. Bluey! This time it's Bingo's turn to fly kites. Wow, the kite is flying! Bluey couldn't believe her eyes.
Hola. Uh-oh.
This treasure won't stay in one place.
Whoa!
The more they chase it, the farther it runs. This time, they have to split up to catch it.
Whoa!
They're so close, they can almost touch it, but they still miss. When they rush too much, everything becomes dangerous. Running fast doesn't guarantee victory. When they coordinate correctly, everything stops.
Whoa!
And it turns out, this is just the beginning.
Uh-oh.
After a night of gentle breeze, the garden was full of dry leaves. Bluey thought of a way to utilize these leaves. Bluey prepared a place to collect the dry leaves. Dry leaves were collected from many different corners.
Huh? Oh.
Bingo also helped collect the leaves. Dry leaves were collected from many different corners. A little water helped the dry leaves decompose faster. Bluey didn't leave a single leaf behind. The compost bin was ready. Compost will help the plants in the garden grow faster. Everything in the garden is useful. Today's dry leaves will become nutrients for tomorrow's plants.
Run with Bluey and Bingo. An energetic afternoon begins in the backyard. Bluey and Bingo are having a race to see who can run faster.
Huh?
And Bluey has an interesting idea.
Yes.
Chili also decided to participate.
Go!
Bingo suddenly started running very fast. Chili seems to be falling behind. Bluey and Bingo thought they were about to win, but Chili accelerated incredibly fast. The two sisters tried their best. The race became extremely intense. And nobody is sure who will win. But most importantly, everyone had a lot of fun.
As night falls, the sky begins to reveal its secrets. A comfortable seat makes observation easier. Little stars begin to appear. Hey! There are stars that always stay close together. Imagination transforms the sky into a story. Sometimes the sky sends a small gift. Silence helps us see more. A gentle night comes to a close.
The shadow. On a rare quiet afternoon, Queen Chili began her territorial patrol. But she wasn't alone. She had a small shadow following her.
Oola.
This shadow is a bit clumsy, but very persistent. Next challenge, the dangerous corridor. The Queen decided to switch to spy mode. The stealthy style of the shadow is truly unique.
Oh.
And the reward for the world's most persistent shadow is...
Yippee! Whoa!
a perfectly sweet moment.
Hey!
Aha! Yeah!
Whoa!
Huh?
Bluey decided to organize a family picnic. Everything needed was neatly prepared.
Oh. Huh?
Bingo was also eager to join the picnic. The picnic spot was chosen.
Whoa.
Whoa! The picnic began to take shape. The fun time made the picnic even more lively.
Yippee!
The whole family enjoyed the outdoors. A simple picnic was enough to bring joy to the whole family.